Dear friends, we are going to learn about shifting and lagging in Pandas time series today. For the purpose of this tutorial, I have downloaded Facebook stock price from Google Finance in this CSV file, and I am reading that into my Jupyter notebook and preparing this data frame here. Now I can call shift function on Pandas data frame to shift the prices by 1 day. One means it will shift the prices by 1 day. You can see that the price on 15, which was 171, is now the price on 16. It got shifted by 1 day. If you do 2, it will shift it by 2. So you can see now the price is on 17, and since 15 and 16 doesn't have prices, it will be not a number. You can see in this diagram how shifting works. It will just shift the data points to the right hand side. Okay, now what if you want to do reverse and you want to shift the data points on the left hand side? For that, you can use -1, and you will now notice that the price on 16, which was 170, is the price on 15. So shifting with positive and negative values will just shift the data points either on right hand side or left hand side. Now you can call the shift method either on data frame or on time series. Okay, so this method is available on both of it. Now you might be wondering, what is the use of this shifting method? So one common use in financial analysis is to calculate, let's say, percentage change in 1 day prices. Okay, or let's say just calculating the price change in certain amount of day. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to demonstrate that. So we'll first create previous day price column in my data frame, and the way you do it is by calling shift. So now I have previous day prices for all the dates. So you can see that on 16, my previous day price was 171. Using this new column, now it should be easy to calculate the price change in 1 day. So what you need to do is just subtract the previous day price from today's price. Okay, and you can see that now I have 1 day change here. So on 16, the 1 day change was -1 because the current price is 171, previous day was 170. Current price is 170, previous day was 171. So price change is -1. Okay, now how about calculating 5-day return? So I want to look at the prices before 5 days and I want to calculate the percentage return. So I will say 5-day percentage return is equal to, you take your current price, which is a DF price, then you take the price before 5 days. So this is how you get the price before 5 days. Okay, this way you get a difference in those last 5 days. Okay, and since we are calculating percentage, I'm going to multiply it by 100 and then take the base price, which is the price before 5 days. When I run this, I will get my 5-day percentage return. Okay, for all these days it is not a number because there is no price available before 5 days, but on 22nd the price before 5 days is this, which is 171. So we are doing 169 minus 171 and using 171 as a base price to calculate this percentage return. Now instead of shifting the data points, which is my price, let's say I want to shift my dates. So I want to keep my data point intact and I want to just adjust my dates. How do I do that? Well, Pandas has support for that also, and let's do that here. So first I'm going to simplify my data frame by just having price column, and this will remove all other extra columns. So my data frame is now simplified. Now first thing I want to check is the index. You can see the frequency of this index is none. Now in order for Pandas to shift these dates, it needs to know the frequency, right? So when you're saying, okay, shift these dates by 1, it wants to know like what is the frequency and how the shifting should happen. So I'm going to create a frequency. So in this case, it is a business day frequency because stocks don't trade on weekends. So you can see that weekend prices are missing. So after 18, 19 and 20 was weekend, so it is not available, hence it is a business day frequency. And you all know from previous tutorial that to create a new date time index, we can use date range function with start date of this, and I have 10 periods. I'm just going to say 10, and my frequency is business frequency, and I'm going to save that into this index. Okay, so you see that I have got a business frequency date time index. And then you know what, actually I can directly do this. Okay, and that way my data frame looks same. See, 15 to 28, 15 to 28, it is same, but the only difference is that now my index has a frequency. Okay, now you can call data frames t-shift function. T-shift will adjust the dates and not the data points. So you can see that now the prices is still 171, but it moved the date by 1 day. So 15 is now 16 here, 17, 18 and so on, and my last date is 29. Same thing, you can supply negative value to shift it in a reverse order. Okay, so that's all I had for this tutorial. You can find the link of the Jupyter notebook used in this tutorial in the video description below. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in next tutorial.